Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nate. Today we have something absolutely awesome to show you. Imagine a Smith & Wesson M&P made love to a Wilson Combat 1911. What you would get is the Hudson H9. Steel framed, 9mm double stack striker fired pistol with a bunch of unique features to boot. And now we're gonna make this awesome gun even more badass.
All right, now that Billy has disassembled the gun, it's time for us to select which parts we're going to paint. And normally, we would paint some of the controls, like the slide lock and the mag release, but we think it'll look a lot cleaner if we just do the slide and the frame and leave the rest of the parts original. So we're going to take this over to the blast cabinet and get it blasted. Okay, we're over here at the blast cabinet. It's nice and dirty the way I like it. And the way the blast cabinet works is we shoot this 80 grit aluminum oxide sandblast media at high pressure on all the metallic parts. And what that does is it removes the original finish, but it also abrades the surface slightly, giving the new paint a good surface to hold on to. So we're gonna get started now. All right, we've cleaned up the Hudson after sandblasting it. Now the next step is going to be to create some stencils. I've got a couple of options to choose from, so we're going to pick one and then make the stencils. A couple of different camo patterns here. We've got Rhodesian, multicam, and tiger stripe. Going to take a minute to decide and go with it. All right, we're mixing up the first color, which is matte black. I've chosen kind of an eclectic choice of colors for the paint job. We've got matte black, royal blue, electric lavender, and then tungsten will be the last color. And we've chosen the tiger stripe pattern, but we're gonna do it in a micro print. And the reason we're gonna do it in a micro print is so that we see so much more of the pattern on the actual gun when it's done. So we're gonna mix up this first color. Duracoat, they recommend that you mix for about 3 minutes after you hear the ball shaking. So once we get the ball shaking in here, we have a little mixer tool that makes life easy. And so we mix it for about another 2 minutes right here. The hardener to paint ratio is 1 to 12. So I'm just adding my hardener here in a measured beaker. And then we'll mix it up for another minute. I like to use a glass straw just to make sure any of that hardener is not sitting on the bottom and get mixed up real well with the Duracoat. Do this for about a minute. And then I usually let it sit for about 30 seconds. Do it one more time, and then I'm ready to spray. To paint our first color, which is matte black. So I'm gonna take this basket with me. And spray an equal amount all the way around. It takes some practice getting good at it, but over time you can kind of develop a feel for it. Matte black is a very forgiving color. You can change directions of your pattern without showing spray lines, but glossier colors have a tendency to show your streaks. So you'll want to stay wet when you're painting a glossier color or a metallic color. It's ready to go in the oven. I always recommend that you clean your paint out of your beaker and your spray gun as soon as you can. Find that it works best in a spray bottle. That way you're not pouring excessive amounts in and you're not wasting your expensive acetone. 2 hours later, our stencils are done. Our initial prediction of 30 minutes is way off. But that's okay, we press on. So we've just taken the Hudson out of the oven. We have our stencils ready. So now begins the tedious process of applying the first layer of stencils on black. And we're just going to use a variety of sizes, but remember this is micro prints, so they're all very small. This will take just a minute. That just took a million years, but we got the first set of stencils on there. So now we're going to paint it the next color, which is going to be blue. I've just changed the temperature of the oven to about 110 degrees because we do not want the stencils to overheat and start curling. We have several layers yet to go, and if those stencils start curling, well, our camo pattern won't come out the way we want it to. So I've just laid on a nice thin layer of blue. We're going to put it in the oven and let that cure for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll put the next set of stencils on. Mixed up some electric lavender, which is my favorite purple that Duracoat makes. That's going to be the next color, but we're ready to pull the gun out of the oven and do the next set of stencils. Alright, so we've got our blue on there. Let's go put some more stencils on there, and then we'll spray some purple on. Alright, we are done putting our stencils on, and we're going to put the final coat on, which is going to be tungsten, and we'll apply that right now. So now we're removing the stencils while the pistol slide is still warm. What I like to try to do is use my X-Acto to get underneath the stencil and pull upwards away from the paint job so as to not scratch the paint below, because it is still fresh and not fully cured. But we want to try to get these stencils off, and then we'll put it back in the oven. So far it's looking pretty cool. I'm digging the purple and the blue in there with the tungsten. I wasn't really happy with the way this turned out. The paint job itself is fantastic. However, the color combination isn't really what I imagined it would be. So I'm gonna go with something that I'm sure I love, and we're gonna sandblast it and do it again. All right, in the blast cabinet, second try. And I'm gonna do one of my personal favorite camo patterns. It's multicam, but I'm going to put my own twist on it. It's going to be more of an urban multicam. So I've got my first paint color mixed. It's matte black. I've got my stencils ready, and I'm ready to paint it. So here we go. All right, I'm done painting for the last time. I promise. We've decided on something, and it actually turned out pretty badass. I'm going to hand it over to Billy for reassembly, and then we'll show you some B-roll. All right, guys, 2 paint jobs later, and here we are. The original paint job that we did was Vietnam Tiger Stripe, and I wasn't too happy with the way the color combination turned out. So we decided to go back to the drawing table, and after some reconsideration, I decided to go with a multicam paint job that was more urban feeling. along with some unique accents because I love the chameleon color that Duracoat offers. So as you can see, all of our accent pieces and controls are in the chameleon, and it really shimmers nicely in the sun. I think overall it turned out amazing, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching along. If you like the content that we provide you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, if you like that video, we've got a bunch more like it. In fact, if you scroll through our library, you'll find one where Ryan drops his pants. Have a great day.